Hello, welcome to Friday live show where mindset changes. I'm happy to have you at this time. Thank you for joining us. Today, we have a very beautiful topic to discuss with you. Please don't scroll. Enjoy this time with us with a drink, popcorn, anything to keep you glued to your screen. And please engage with us. Let us know where you are watching from. My name is Dr. Tunshe. I'm a wife, a mother. I live in the United Kingdom with my family, originally from Nigeria. I'll welcome Benna, Mentor Benna, to introduce herself.
Thank you, Dr. Torishe. Thank you. Hello, everyone, our Facebook friends. Welcome to our live. My name is Bena. I'm originally from Uganda, now living in the UK. I am a mom. I am also a nurse by profession, and I'm also a proud digital business owner and a mentor. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. This is my personal partner from UK. Thank you so much, Mentor Benna from the United Kingdom, a professional nurse and digital business mentor and entrepreneur. I want to welcome another wonderful business partner from US, Mentor Nessie. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. My name is Nancy. I'm a master's prepared nurse in adult gerontology and also a digital business owner. I'm happy to be here and
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, our topic today is what is one decision that changed your life forever? What is one decision that changed your life forever? Our lives are stopped or improved by the decisions we make. We are opportuned to make decisions that don't only affect our world, but the world of people around us, our children, our husband. They are our greatest why. Today, we want to discuss this topic. Sometimes decisions we failed to take shape our world, and the decisions we took at the right time positioned us for greatness, positioned us for the opportunity to influence others. Today, I want Mentor Benna to throw more light on the decisions that has affected her world permanently. Mentor Benna.
Thank you, Dr. Torishe. I think this is a very wonderful topic that you brought to us today. I think when I got this topic, I kind of thought about what is that main decision that I took that has changed my life, and I was trying to scan through because all my life I've been making decisions, but I couldn't find that one that has changed my life or has made my life better. And then I thought, oh, what was this? I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, but what is that one decision? And I thought, I think what I did is, coming out of my comfort zone. I think that was the opening of all the changes that I have in my life right now, stepping out of that comfort zone. I've done so many things, moved to a new country, had children, had all of this, but I was still cocooned in that fear, that, not knowing what to do, whether am I fit enough to do this or to navigate that. But, you kind of try things and leave them in unfinished, because you think, oh, I've tried it, I've not, but you don't give it your all. You don't put yourself out there and be vulnerable. So that's how I say, me coming out of my comfort zone has opened so many doors for me. And that's, I think, the best decision that I've made. Even starting this business that I'm happy with right now, that I'm thriving in right now, coming out of my comfort zone is the main thing that I've done for myself. Because when I remember myself, when I started, even those who knew me when I started this business, it took me a long time to to get where I am right now, to get that comfort, to get comfortable behind the camera, to get comfortable to talk to people. There are so many little things, because most of the time when we start these businesses, we think of the financial side of the business. What does the financially, how am I improving? You might get the financial benefit from something that you are doing, but if you are still in your comfort zone, you are not opening up yourself to be vulnerable to the things around you, to connect with people, to find the right strategies, to find the right business, you may not thrive. You may think you are thriving, but you may not thrive the way you want to. That's why I'm saying, as soon as I decided, I need to get out of this comfort zone, I don't care what somebody else thinks of me, as long as it works for me, I'm happy with it, I'm gonna give it my all. And that's when I started seeing the results in my life, in my business. I connected with so many people. And you know what? When you get out your comfort zone, you get feedback from other people as well. You get feedback from other people and you think, oh, I don't think I'm that good. Or I don't think, but that alone will boost you up, will boost your morale, will boost your confidence, and, build you up personally. So this is, I think, the best decision is getting out of my comfort zone, though it is still, a gradual process, but I can see that, it is changing my life and it is giving me opportunities. It is opening up different doors for me. People, even in this business, I don't know, they kind of, oh, I saw your video, this and that. And I said, oh, and they're already in the business. And I'm thinking, are they really telling the truth? That is the, being in comfort. You don't want to come out of that comfort zone. You think, oh no, I'm not good enough. But when you open yourself up, you will find yourself being able to learn, to, to engage with people, to change your life, to change your family, to change your future. And I think that's the best decision that I've ever made is, getting out of the comfort zone. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dr. Torishe.
Thank you so much. Comfort zone. A lot of us are hindered. A lot of us limit our potentials because of the comfort zone. The comfort zone is a limiter, it's a stopper of dreams, of potentials. When you are comfortable, you don't explore. And if you think very well, fear is beside comfort. Fear. Comfort has hindered a lot of people from becoming entrepreneurs. Personally, one decision that has changed my life forever is believing that nothing is cast on stone. I just believe I can change anything I put my heart to do if I have the information to make, the right decision. I remember some years back when I applied to do my PhD, the head of department called me. When I got there, she said she's afraid she cannot give me the admission. And I asked her, why? Am I not qualified? She said that I'm qualified, But there's a very influential prof that threatened her. If she gives me the information, he will make her department difficult for her. I looked at her. I said, is he bigger than God? She said, no. I said, from what you are telling me that he's bigger than your God. I was crying in the office. I left. Some weeks later, she called me. She said she's going to give me the admission, but she knows I will not graduate. I looked. She said she knows I will not graduate because the prof is going to take me 2 courses, and whenever I come for my thesis, his boys will destroy my work. I told her, I have a God that will change this. She said, okay, she's a Christian. We started. The 2 courses he gave me, he took me, he failed me. And I called for my paper, go to the VC, and I was threatened. You can't fight a prof. You can't fight a prof and win. I called for my paper. They took, those papers to other universities. And the prof that marked said the lecturer is too strict with marks. Didn't end there. My supervisor called me. Few months to rounding up. He told me to suspend my program for 1 year and 6 months. I asked him why. He said they had a meeting and the prof says I'm too fast. When I did my master's, I was rushing, and now my PhD. I looked at him and told him, I will not suspend my program. I looked at it, I said, I will not suspend my program. And I walked out of his office. The next day I came back, I gave him my file. I told him, please make necessary corrections and slate me from 1 to 5. He looked at me, said, if you are ready for this part, I will support you. It wasn't easy, but my supervisor was there all the way. Within 3 months, I did 1 to 5, and I did external. And I was the first person in my session to finish her PhD work in less than 3 years. When I finished, the next person that came in 1.5 years later. What am I talking about? Your decision shapes your world. If you believe you can do something, if your dreams is big, you can drive your passion to achieve it. The same thing with the digital business. If your why, your dream is big, you will acquire the competencies that you require to succeed. Your mentor, the coach, the supportive community, you will exhaust these opportunities because you want to succeed. So today, I really want to encourage every one of us, especially those watching, from home. What is your passion? If you believe that decision is right, go for it. You will achieve your purpose. Thank you for listening to us.
And they should also remember that confidence doesn't come before action. Yeah, it will always come after action. Yeah. So that is what, because sometimes you think, let me read so much, let me learn, let me watch people do it. I'll be able to do it as long as I know everything. Confidence comes after action. So you take action, everything will align the way it's supposed to.
So much. So now I'm going to welcome Mentor Nancy to talk to us about, the decisions that changed her life.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Tosi. And I resonate a lot with what both of you have said, that sometimes we can limit ourselves. And sometimes it's not only us that limit ourselves, but the environment around us or those around us or those who have power over us can limit us. But it has to come to you to fight for what you really want. So when it comes to me, this topic is very important because when I look back, it wasn't one decision, it was a couple of decisions that came to what I say was life-changing to me. So one of the decisions, we are mentored or we are taught growing up is good to be humble, not to be, and also not to be greedy. So being in healthcare, where of course you have one job, when I sat, one of the decisions the first decision that I made was I decided to start believing that I want more out of life and also that I deserve it. So those are two things that kind of combine into one. Like I do want more and I do deserve it, because sometimes you feel when you want more than that, where you have one career, your head is telling you, you're in a good career, you're doing well. There are people who don't even have one job. Why are you looking for other things? So getting to a point where I had to agree, yes, I can have that and I can have this. Though I say this with humility, but I had to get to a point where I made that decision that that is something that I also deserved. Then the other thing was I also started investigating on different aspects of things. Like, okay, what else would I want to do if I want more out of life? I have gone to school. What is it that I would do a second decision, which all tied up to the same thing? I started looking at different channels, businesses. I looked at something in the field that I know very well, which is healthcare. Then I looked at other things. Let's look at other businesses. I was very skeptical, especially when it comes to the digital space, because there's a lot of scams out there. And one thing I can tell you that is very interesting about this whole thing, I got into the business and I ran it. And even while running it, I was very skeptical. I went
All of us.
what made it very different and was I had to wait to see the tax document, because I wanted to make sure this thing is very legit. We don't have any problems with the government. So when I got my tax document and I filed for taxes and I got the tax return back, then I was like, okay, this thing is really legitimate. So I walked through it where I was skeptical, even while still mentoring people and bringing people into the business. But I was still, so I moved while still scared, if that's something I could say. So, and then the ultimate decision was when I decided to start the business. So I stopped believing. There's one thing, which was my last point, is the decision to stop saying, I don't have time. Because when we look around us, whether it's people who are parents, people who have, you have one job already, 9 to 5, you're exhausted, you're seeing patients. By the time you come home, you're thinking, did I document on all my patients? Did I get all the, there's a lot going on that you are thinking, I really don't have time. So I had to get out of that point of thinking I don't have time, because when I listened to this business and I investigated, this is part of my skeptical steps, was coming to the point where, yeah, you do have time. All you need to run this business is just 1 or 2 hours a day. And really, it's not cliche. If you can have 1 or 2 hours a day to put time into running this business, then you do have time. Because I looked back at my time and I did have time in the evening to sit in front, even if I'm eating, to scroll through the internet and check what's happening in YouTube, what's happening on TikTok, what's happening. There is time to scroll. So that time that we invest into scrolling, we could invest it into creating a business that works for us. So all these 3 areas that I've mentioned were all combined work. I was working at them at the same time, and it came to the decision of move even while scared. And that is where I came to starting the business. And when things started falling in to place, and I got to realize, yeah, this thing is very legitimate. Everything is moving slow. I mean, everything is progressing as it has said. The blueprint works. I was like, oh, okay. Then at that point, which was some time while I've been in the business, I started putting my face out there. But initially, because I was always saying I'm not a social media person, kind of posting and all this, it's all these small decisions to change have come together to me being able to run a business, a digital business, while I still do what I love, seeing patients. So I work in the healthcare field, and I also have a digital business that I'm running. So all those things play together. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Tosi.
Yeah. As we are just talking, I just remembered opportunities I had, and I was scared to take decision, and my indecision affected me. I just want to talk about one because as we were just talking about skepticism and all that, going live.
Tell me about it. Oh my God.
You know, me and Bella, we are in the same compatibility group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first day Bella said, "Who is going to join me in Go Live?" I just screwed. I said, "Go live for go live for what?" So I said, big. You know, then when Coach Dorothy now brought the idea of us coming, hey, I say, what is this? I say, what is this?
And when nobody ever went live on that group, no one. I was so scared.
I said, what is, so the first day, my mentor, what I love that lady, mentor Juliet. She just said, Doc, you are going to lead us today. I said, no, I've never done this before. He said, you are going to, I said, no, I will do. The next week, she put her legs down. She said, you will do it. Hey, butterflies. I don't even know what, I don't even know what, I don't even know what I was saying, you know. And there's something I have learned. We are not perfect.
Yes.
You know, growth is the only thing that is permanent.
True.
Come as you are.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. They'll laugh at you. Maybe that is what even make them want to follow you. You know? So I did it. I know nothing about Beta Juliet. He said, you did very well, you did very well. I was reviewing everything, all the mistakes I made. So I really want to, because in this business, you see a lot of people. It is fear that is really stopping them. They are so skeptical. I won't get a buyer. How am I going to get a buyer? How am I going to do this? Even when you are telling them the model makes it easy for you, you know, they just can't put themselves out there. So I want to ask Mentor Benna to tell us one indecision that affected her business when she started.
I think the first one was the fear, as you say. I think fear was my main one. Fear of what people will say, how would I look, all those kind of fears, and reaching out, because I think even my coach used to ask me, "Oh, are you okay? How are you getting?" I'm fine. And I wasn't. I wasn't, because I was so scared of, I don't want to look stupid. I don't
Yeah.
want to, those kind of fears that, everyday people face was, it was the thing. But then when you are in the community, because despite the fear, I kept watching other people doing their businesses. This one has just come in. I'll go, watch all do my training, follow everything, and I thought I knew it, but me coming out, even reaching out to somebody and asking them, "Oh, what is this about?" I would think, "Oh, they will think I've been in business." And you find somebody like, "Oh, they have just come in 3 months," and you say, "I've been in already 6 months." They will think I'm so stupid. I don't even know things. And I was so scared. And on top of that, it's like most people I was connecting with were not even in the UK. I had very few people to connect with in the UK. And I used to get this excuse, oh, they are sleeping right now, I'm not going to disturb them. Oh, all the excuses, I think they are. I used all the excuses, until it hit me one day and I'm thinking, look at this person just came in and, they are not perfect, but they are doing it. They're putting themselves out.
Yes.
So, what can I do? And on top of that, I think the main wake-up call for me was because I was so focused to the people back home. My mom was there. She was not well, all of those. So I was putting all my energy into helping her, into supporting her, into making everything. And when she went away, when she passed away, and all the things that I wanted to put in place to keep her comfortable, to keep her healthy, to work, because of course time had come. And I'm thinking, I was so, what do you call it? I was so broken.
Pained.
I'm thinking, I've spent all this life trying to do for other people the things to show that other people I can do stuff for them, and I've not done anything for them. And I compared myself so much and forgot about me.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I got my wake-up call and I said, what come may, even if I'm this and this, even if people comment or say you are this or you are that, which I've got, and they don't even face me anymore. Because sometimes when somebody comments on your post and says, oh, what is this? There are some funny things they say.
Yes.
And, you scare when they say, oh, I'm not going to post anymore. And you sit back. And you sit back and you don't post because of this one person who is maybe
is validation of others.
I don't want to say the other words and all that, but you know what I mean. So that is, I think, I just thought, let me give it my all. I don't want to wait another year, 2 years in this business. And I've seen a few people I've connected with that have been in this business 3 years and nothing ever happened for them. And I'm thinking, I don't want to be that person. I want to change. I want something to happen in my life. Let me give it my all. And that's when I started, thinking twice and putting all my effort in. And, things have started changing for me for the better.
Yes, I can see it. Because I follow your lives and I'll just be laughing. I said, look at her. How does she do all this creation, all these designs? Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's not easy, but so welcome everyone. Welcome Nancy. This is the right place we are in. Lives and all of that. So we need and the community. The thing is, the community is there for you. That is another blessing that I thought. Because when we come into this community, you think, oh, the person who connected you is the only person you can reach out to.
Yes.
And that was also one of my big mistakes that I whatever. But all of a sudden I was on live, somebody were doing a live on TikTok, and I just went in and listened. I said, I think these people, they're talking about my business. Let me connect with them. And from there on, they have supported me like I'm, they are, even I'd known them before, or they are the ones who introduced me to the business, but they haven't. But I reach out to them whenever I need to, and I say, okay, this person is in my time zone, or this person is awake right now. I'll connect with them. If my mentor, my coach is busy right now, let me reach out. And I find myself that I don't have to struggle to say, oh, I'm going to have to talk to a specific person. So you can reach out to anybody because they know they are in the same business, and everyone is so willing to support you, to hold your hand. And people forget that, oh, only my mentor will be, only my coach will be the person that supports me.
And your coach and your mentor, they are very busy people.
True.
Very busy people. Okay, I want to.
That is another misconception I had, and I thought, oh, my coach, she's a coach. She wouldn't have time for me, because if you see every time people, oh, she's probably doing this, she's for you put a limit to what the other people can do. But every time I reached out, which was very rarely, every time I reached out, she had an answer for me. Also, oh, let's come on the Zoom and see. But when I'm thinking, oh my God, it's too late, I feel guilty. And she's not even feeling what you are thinking, but for you, you're feeling guilty. Oh my God, I'm keeping them up so early, so late in the night. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, they have, And those are the things that limit us. You put a limit on yourself, or you put
Correct.
you know, instead of asking this person, are you free?
Yes.
Are you able to do this for me, or whatever? You just have to say it. Let whatever happens. You never know that very person that you want to help you may be the person that says, reach out to someone so they'll be able to help you. So I think that is another thing I've learned in this business, is that even if you know your coach, your mentor is so busy, go into your group. You can just message one person, even if you don't know them. Say, you know, do you know anything about this? They will be able to support you.
Absolutely.
They will be able to support you. So this community, I think it is one of those communities that ever since I've been around, there is support, there is community, there is, I don't know how to express this. Even the jobs we do every day, the moment I used to say, me, I don't combine my work with my home life. You know, I can tell you that among all the colleagues I've worked with for years and years, very few people know about my home life.
That's it.
Very few people know. I said, no, work is work. I'm stressed enough at work. I want to come home and have peace. You know, so I never thought I would be the person out here on social media talking, you know, behind the camera, social media, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what has happened to me?
Helping others.
Yeah.
Okay, Mentor Nancy.
Yeah.
It's something that it's an area that has affected me, because when I see some things I need to do in tech, I just scroll. I say, no, this one is too heavy.
Yes.
This one is too complicated. This one is too techy. No. I will do it later. You know, Canva is just there in the training.
Yeah.
I never touched it until I started ad. And Mentor Juliet will say, do and do this in Canva. I said, I've never opened it. You say, what? The day she asked me to jump on it, I couldn't believe it was that easy. So I want Mentor Nancy to talk to me about how indecision concerning tech, you know, affected her.
So when it comes to, and thank you very much, Dr. Tosi, indecision about anything in life can really impact you in so many different ways. So being in the healthcare field, things are usually very black or white. The patient is sick, or the patient needs medication, or this patient is sick, they need surgery, or whatever it is, it's usually there's a clear path to everything. But what I realized when it comes to technology is, we hesitate. And that is one of the things. We take a step back thinking, wait, am I going to be streaming? Am I the same one who is expected to do all these posts? Because I'm not good with graphics. So then you see people doing all these AI things, and you sit there thinking, wait, oh my goodness, I don't remember anybody teaching me how to do this. So technology is moving so fast. And for you to be competitive in the business, you really need to where you just take a picture of yourself and convert it into a message. So those were things I was seeing people doing, and I'm thinking, what is this? How? So
why are you putting your life all over social media?
Thank you. And you're just thinking, this is a bit too much. Yeah. Then when you sit back and you think about it, you're like, okay. And I always connect a lot of things to what I know very well, which is healthcare. When we started in nursing, to start with anatomy and going through the trainings, we did not know anything, but we went through it. So anytime I got to a point where I was thinking, what is this AI? What does it mean I need to communicate with this AI to get what I need, or to ask the AI questions? When you get to those hurdles where you're thinking, oh my goodness, I always come back to the point of, at one point, even when we were born as children, you didn't know how to write your name. You didn't know A, B, C, D. You learned it. So with like anything else in this community, and what has impressed me in this community, there are people from all walks of life and all ages. You find very young people, and we've seen people, even a group apparently that caters for people who, I think, is it 70 and over, or there's an older generation group that caters to them to support each other. So you find there are different support groups that, regardless to where you are, when you decide that, oh, I cannot do this, whether it's technology, getting into Canva, getting into StreamYard, or doing anything, even TikTok, because there are
Yeah.
people who are making very good money just showing up in TikTok and saying something or Facebook. If you don't take the step to act, you're the one limiting yourself.
That's it.
Because with anything else, I'll talk about one thing that I've been struggling with a lot, because some other things I'm able to talk myself into doing, but some things in this business is I'm very quick and very comfortable posting other people's business blessings. But any time when it comes to, I have things to show, but I feel like it's bragging. And I've been trying to talk myself into doing a post about appreciation and being grateful about what God has done for me through this business, but I still find myself hesitant. Then I was talking to somebody who said, because I've had a couple of people asking, Nancy, tell us more about you. What have you gotten? Could you show us, or could you just tell us what it is that you've gotten? Now, when I have people doing one-to-one and they ask me, I will tell them, what I've gotten, but I find a struggle in posting. While clearly many people who have come into the business, once I show you what has come in for me through the business, people are like, oh my goodness, yeah, I think this would work for me too with the time that you're using. And if you can generate this kind of income here, then that is okay. But I still struggle with going online to post. Not saying that I'll never do it one day, but we have brought up, and when I say we, I say like in the African culture, to be humble. You're not bragging.
Conservative.
Thank you.
You don't want somebody to know what you have.
Correct. It seems like bragging. So can you imagine there's somebody, you just go out there and tell somebody, oh yeah, within this 1 or 2 business deals, I made 5,000. And you show it up there, okay, this is the money that came in.
Yeah.
There's something that doesn't settle well. You just feel like, am I bragging? There's something because of our nature. And of course, I know that currently the situation I'm dealing with, which is limiting, but it's a point where we have to work. So it's constantly in the different aspects of the business. There are things which you'll find yourself kind of struggling with, and a situation which will limit yourself. Because like when it comes to kind of posting what you've gotten, I've realized when I show people who I'm close with and I tell them, okay, here is here's a text of what came in, or this is a direct deposit, or this is what came in. They're like, oh my goodness, so this thing is legitimate, so this thing is real. I'm like, oh yeah, and even I've shown people, oh, here's a check that came in and I'm gonna deposit, I've deposited. Then they're like, oh my goodness, so why don't you show people? Because that is what we want to see, to know, okay, this thing is legitimate. But I cannot get myself to do it. There's one person who I had to show my tax return, and they were like, oh my goodness, you got that? I was like, yeah, it was my first year. 2025 was my first full year in the business. So, and this is what I got there, like, oh my goodness. So why don't you show this? Because people are posting, why don't you do that? But I can't. It's because, not I can't, it's because it's just that thing in me that I haven't gotten to cross over to say, yeah, post, show people that this is possible, because you're helping somebody else make a decision. But we find, because of how we are inbred, we'll always find a reason in us to limit ourselves. Whether we say I can't do technology, or I can't post because I don't want to brag, or I don't want to be seen like I'm too pompous, that I'm showing people I'm making too much money, or I don't want to do A, B, C, D. Either way, one thing or the other, we are making a decision to limit ourselves without knowing. So when it comes to this community, I liked what Mentor Ben has said about there being a support system, because many things that I've done is people you talk to in the community, they're like, no, think about it this way. Could be advertising, or stop thinking about it this way. When you put that out there, you're helping somebody else. Like, you have shown me this, and I've been able to make the decision to join because you've shown me, yes, this is possible, by showing me what you have gotten. It is a community that kind of, when you talk to different people and you look at it, because one person had asked me, hey, you feel uncomfortable posting, but how did you join? I said, yeah, I watched a couple of people posting and I decided, oh, so you can make this money just 1 or 2 hours a day, and I joined. So don't you think you're being selfish by not posting what you've gotten? to help somebody else make a decision.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, and that came from somebody in the community I was talking to, and I said,
Yes.
yeah, I'm working towards it. Let me pray about it. Let me kind of get to a place where I'm at peace with it. Then at least I can post to encourage somebody else. But in the meantime, I'll say overall the community is great, and the support system, because sometime when you go to whoever is your direct coach or direct mentor, they might not be available, but that doesn't mean you're ever alone, because there's a big community. Because even if you go into the different groups, where either it's a WhatsApp group and ask a quick question, you'll always get an answer, or somebody will tell you, hey, let's talk on the side. So you'll always have a support system. So you're running a business which you are the CEO, but you have a supportive team around you. So I will say, when we decide to hold ourselves back by either saying technology is not for me or saying I cannot do this, you're limiting yourself. The last thing I will say on this point is also, many people will say I'm not good in English, or I'm not good in communicating. The interesting thing is, with this business, it's translated to so many languages. I was surprised to see that even Swahili, I think I said Fulani, they have all languages, whether you're Spanish, whether you're African, whether they have it in so many languages that you cannot say it's language that will limit you. You can market and you can run this business in any language, because if you speak Swahili, the business is there. They've translated it where you can even market, you can do everything in Swahili. If you say, oh, I don't like showing my face in camera, you don't have to. It's faceless marketing. The business teaches you. So there's so many aspects that when we give excuses, there are other things that come back that we can also come and realize, hey, there's always a solution, and we are limiting ourselves when we say no.
That's it.
Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Toss.
Thank you so much.
That's powerful.
Thank you for staying with us. If our discussion today has affected you in one way or the other, please drop a comment in the comment section. Tell us how you feel. How has indecision delayed you, affected you achieving your purpose? How has indecision helped you? Because I believe sometimes there are some minute advantage. But one thing I want to leave us with: share your story. You don't know who your story will impact. Listening to the story of my mentor celebrating on Facebook how the digital business has transformed her life made me take this decision, made me experience the benefits of having time with family. Thank you for your time with us today. Next week, Friday, is another time. Bye from us all.
Bye-bye.